What's up, people? Hi, Rick.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Against the Eagles.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Always against the Eagles.
The decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here you go, Cam. Too much. Move. Hey.
So Dalton now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third down, a shot here for Dalton.
I just threw it right to him.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Perks throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
Okay.
Touchdown! Dallas got
that happens sometimes.
And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
From the 29, Dalton. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Dalton. Olave over the middle. And he's got some space here. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First and 10 for Dalton. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Eagles are going to have the football.
Sometimes
at
he
their
just
own
doesn't throw the ball.
35-yard line.
Or
They're
he's
certainly
going to
not
throw.
giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On first down, Hurts forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Something here.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On second and 7, Hurts flush to his right. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Hurts. Being chased out left. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football, and he's got a first. And nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Hurt. Right there, Hurt. 18, 5 in.
Here's Hurts to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
That's fine.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Yep.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. That's Olave bringing in another one. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Can't actually do it, but I can do this. And
they'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this game, it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over.
Sometimes the game just won't let you win. That's fine. I'll just play somebody else. Alright, well, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh, the Ravens. The Ravens. Okay. That's interesting. And he's just gonna wait the whole time for no reason. Man. Well, we're just gonna nope the whole time. Alright, that's fine.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Bro, come on. Some people, man, like you don't have to make. I never understand. You can make adjustments to your roster before you join games. It's not that hard. But hey, maybe it is hard. I don't know. There we go. All right. What the hell? Nice. Okay, well. Okay. I'm not sure what just happened there, but I think this game's gonna get fucked. Yeah, that sucks.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
What is going on? This is crazy. I'm not sure what to do here. We can quit, I guess. Yeah, that was weird. That was very weird. Now we gotta sit through this whole process again. La-di-da-di-da. Well, Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes, I don't know. It'd probably help to have a lower rank. Okay, we're just sitting here. Searching for an opponent. Well, get caught up on recent events. What's going on in the football world? Clowney wants to go to Texas. Okay. There we go. Something. AJ Brown almost got hit by a car.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and 2, Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does, and in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen, the man in motion left. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Yes.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
A dime, maybe.
Remain for 2nd down. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers 7, Saints nothing.
Let's see if I can kill the whole quarter. That'd be cool.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Dalton, 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
Not a single bit.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make
do this by
mistakes because they're too
14,
overamped.
and
Others
come
say,
back
I got
and
2
win,
touchdown
maybe.
lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy.
I'm going to quit just so I can go back and get my damn playbook back. Because this is driving me insane. Driving me insane. I don't have any of my plays. Okay. I don't remember which one. There. Now I can actually play the game. Searching for an opponent. This is a very common theme. Very common theme. Alright, we got somebody. Sweet. We got somebody against the Bengals. Of course it's the Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from the Superdome. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Awesome. Now I got all my normal plays back. Okay.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. This one taken in by Olave. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
I don't really think this is going to work.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
2 by 2. Move. 368.
Andy Dalton. Looking left side of, he's got a man. That's Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. Jerome Johnson. 45 yards. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Yeah, it's got to be the overall, though, because he's got...
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
11, 11. 11, 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
11 comes.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. A 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
It's Mixon on the counter. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. On the ground with a tight end. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Gun bunch. Alright, so we definitely going. Let's just try to stand up.
Here we go, here we go.
This gonna be his 83
Burrow going for it on fourth. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's crazy.
Here we go. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throw right side, put in by Wiggins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow.
Toward the end zone.
That's going to wind up incomplete.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination.
What you got up your sleeve? Goal line on it, so...
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
11 Thomas.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mitchell Wilcox punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up.
This shit takes forever. Why not just go out and...
Extra point by McPherson.
Oh,
Good.
this one would like
And
to
we are tied at 7.
Stare at the fucking clock for 30 seconds.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd and 5 now. Dalton. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run the option left side. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
Oh, we
Firing
almost caught
quickly,
that.
but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Come on.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Dalton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Come on, man. Come on. What are we doing?
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll try on fourth. Here's Dalton. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, 26 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it up and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
That much.
Let's go on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
That's going to be a hard thing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before the game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Again, it's Burrow. A throw for Burrow, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Warner. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
That wasn't even me.
Well, I looked down. He was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Who is it? Yeah.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First and 10 for Dalton. Olave holds it in. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly...
What the hell?
Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Buying time to his left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Go. 11 MT. 11 MT.
On second down, here's Mixon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Burrow. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So part it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Grand scheme of timing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They're going for it with the option right, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, man. Go right to me. You know you want to. You know you want to.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Wide open.
Jamar Chase, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Here's Dalton. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Kamara is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Hill. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field.
Yeah,
Brings up 3rd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw here, Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead.
Sneaky play here, though. A lot of sneaky plays. So,
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Oh, no, he lost the football. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 40, the 20. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return.
I cannot believe I just did that. Wow. Okay. So I gotta stop him then.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it.
Oh. That works. Great. I mean, I would have lost anyways, I guess, but... Oh, no. Too far back. I'm sorry. Alright. Let's do this. Hopefully this one turns out better than the last ones. Haven't been doing too hot. I've not been doing too hot, guys.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, wait, this time.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. That'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
They score sometimes.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 17, Dalton. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. New Orleans. Alvin Kamara.
Bringing it right back.
73 yards. And the Saints are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 38, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Doesn't seem like anything I do really helps get to him. Let's try some there.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. To throw, Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A very strong gain of 24. Because to move the chains that time, they had to complete it in double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down and will.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already. So he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slam. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him again. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Sure we do. You want to go for it? I'm going to go for it. He's going for it. Okay. See that thing. Same shit. Come on, Lattimore.
Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Dalton on play action. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That's not what I wanted to happen at all.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Another chance for Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Okay.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton. And he comes back with one complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing, Dalton. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Dalton operating in the red zone now.
Oh, wow.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, Byron, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I will get him.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Let's do this.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Here's the option going left on second down. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Dalton, 1st and 10.
There's Chris Olave, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
to throw again on second down. Dalton. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
This will be Dalton again.
Oh,
Into
my
a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Yeah.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Back near the goal line, Cousins. And this is Cook with the ground. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This defense not budging, back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And I'm not
No,
sure he
sir.
got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Well, they're trying to catch him by surprise. I think they're a little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It could pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Desperation time on 4th for Hill. And it's caught.
Yes.
And he's brought down. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take them.
And he takes it across and into the end zone.
I can do it. You can't,
Saints. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this out to the 34 out of bounds there. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Cook again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Cousins. That's completed.
That's kind of ridiculous.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. Down to about the 45. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big. But you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Cook up the gut. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It was by a field goal. Actually.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
Not the best. I just want one W. One W here today, guys. Okay? Still searching. We're just searching and searching. Take forever then. Ooh, McCaffrey. That's going to be interesting. The 49ers are like my kryptonite. All the way down to 30 seconds for no fucking reason. Good job.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Dalton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
To throw here, Dalton. Olave over the middle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. And it'll be Dalton again.
What?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Demario Davis there on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Purdy looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
the gut, McCaffrey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Switch here.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Niners are going to take...
I'm just going to quit because... Sometimes the game just doesn't want you to win. Fucking Eagles. It's always the Eagles or the Chiefs or the 49ers or... Can't just be...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
What are we doing here?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry.
That's so awesome.
The officials did as well.
Bro, it's a lot easier to just quit. It still counts as a loss, you know?
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Okay. Thanks for the W. That's real boring. I won. At least.
They're being so fucking loud.
I know. I can hear them. I bet if anybody were to be watching me, they could probably hear it through the fucking shit too. Like, that's crazy.
Like, I was sitting in the living room and watching shit, and I can just hear them. I just walked up the stairs, and all I heard was running.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even believe this shit.
Nah, me either.
I don't know, but there's packs and things.
Yeah, that's the only fucking thing we
That's
can
the
do,
only
really.
thing to get us through until we actually fucking...
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And
This is
off
a
we go
foreshadow.
from
This
MetLife
is about to
Stadium.
happen.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jones looking to throw it on the first play.
Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Well, we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down after getting 8 yards.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Down.
So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Throwing Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Pushes past him. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Okay.
Able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. All right, Charles,
That's
let me
not
put you in the
very
head
good.
of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah.
He's at the 50.
All the way back.
30, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's only the first
That wasn't
quarter.
even me.
That's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory.
I know.
This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Yes.
But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the option left, here's Hill. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
25 yards that time.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Yep. Just
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw.
Oh, right fucking team.
Team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I mean, that was a terrible throw.
Costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You know, they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. Touchdown,
Bam.
Saints. from 4 yards out. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit.
Controller's messing up, man.
Play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch.
I didn't press
just how you
hard
draw
enough,
it up in
dude.
practice and then execute it in the game.
Now you got a minute to
And
get some
that one
points.
will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take
Again,
possession
man.
of the football.
It's not even me.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Dalton. Trying to get it to Thomas.
The hell, dude?
Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over
It just doesn't
at the
even
10.
make sense. It's like he
Well,
came
that's the kind of
through.
interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
Yeah,
I was thinking
exactly.
the same thing. You
See how
get
the
down
game
3
just, like,
scores there at this stage.
Glitches
Could be
right
in
there.
for a long ball
That's
game.
normal, right?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
As his old
That
brand
was
remembers, when I see
Matthias
5
ball,
wide receivers on the
100%.
field as a
That was
defender,
his.
I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got
Game's
there
just
and
trying
popped it
so
free.
hard to let you not get
On
fucked up.
2nd and 10. Jones. Incomplete. And we're down
Same
to 8
fucking
seconds
play.
now.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll look to throw again.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Jones.
Looking for Shepard deep. And that's caught inside.
Wow, he caught it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones in the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On second down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans.
I'm not even sure if that should have happened right there.
62 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Hill looking to throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones throwing to start the drive. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's going to be out of bounds.
It's not even
right
me controlling. That's just the game
nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Now he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
The second
That's
down
PI as
play there,
fuck.
but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Andy Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
On the move past the 40.
And he takes this one down.
Yep. I finally got one at least. Well, one more before lunch, I suppose. Who's gonna be this time? What do we got? It's the Eagles again. Great. Going against the Eagles a lot today.
Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's hilarious. Give you credit for that one, bro.
Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
What?
Let's go now.
And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a
Yeah,
trick,
man.
but no, he actually goes down to a
First
knee.
play of the game, we're gonna kneel. Okay. So is this like a flex, or what's the deal here?
Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option.
Ready, break.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
Didn't say it.
The Saints are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along.
Sure what that was
Probably
about.
give a little nod of respect
Okay.
across the field for that one, and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
A run for Kamara on 1st down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Hands up.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
So what's your...
After
We're
the
still gonna
touchdown,
sacrifice
Lutz to
first
kick
down,
it
or-
off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Got it. Ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Touchdown! Chris Olave from 4 yards out. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented
He's gonna
himself.
come around the
No
edge
reason
there,
to
just
wait.
running
Go ahead and
for
put it
fun.
on him and score a touchdown.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
Almost gave it right
You
back
can't
to
afford
him.
to let this defense keep building any more
That's
momentum.
funny.
They're playing awfully well,
All right.
and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. And nothing doing.
He just kept
He's
running almost.
immediately
He
taken
was
down
killing.
at the
He was
line
trying
of
so hard.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Come on. Hey.
Good enough. That's good.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And Hurts is intercepted. His third of the game. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here's Hill now after the interception.
He completes it to Olave.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
I don't know.
Olave with his
I mean,
second
hey,
touchdown
had
here in
them-
his first half.
had them stats,
And the
bro.
Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Put me up a couple ranking spots, probably.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now
Oh,
21
just
to
don't
nothing.
quit, please.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Almost.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score
That's taunting.
deficit. And if they don't
100%.
score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's
trying to
time
throw
in a
it
row
quick,
now
man.
to
It's
start
like
this
it
game. He's got to take
throwing
a
him
deep
up there.
breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play call better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. Lots of look to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So, like, I just don't understand, man.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's going to 11.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything
Right,
going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
Go!
And they take a knee.
Check, Panther! Reload! Reload! Check, check! Smash, smash!
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
they gonna come back now and like beat me, or what's the plan here? I don't really understand.
Let's go now.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Dalton's going to...
Yep. All right, well. Guess I'll be right back.